Secure the channel for learning about trading and investing, and welcome to Markets Tomorrow, the daily pre-market analysis show where we look at briefly on what exactly happened in the market during the day and how we can plan for a better trade for the next day. And here we go. Here we go. It's the Nifty 50 charts that you see here. And what does it say? Nothing much, right? We had a close above the previous candle's high, but it's a hammer on the top of a rally. Often indicates there is a potential for a reversal that could happen. And also, it is still on the top of the channel, top of a trend line channel on the downside. You can see that there is every potential that it can reverse from here, right? Now, whether it will retrace to how much, or whether it would go down back to the channel bottom and make a new swing low or not is the only question, right? Probably it may break out from here as well. It's possible if the market decides to do that, but it's at a crucial sound still. And remember, we had a nearly 15% of up move in Bank Nifty. What you see here is not a hammer. The last candle, today's candle, shows that it's doji. Doji is indecisive. Why is Bank Nifty indecisive? Because there is inflation data that is coming out today, and US inflation data is what I am talking about, and it has come out to be lower, and which is could be taken as positive, and market could respond and do the breakout today. So today it was indecisive. The market participants were indecisive on taking the position or not. That is clearly reflected in the candlestick as well, right? So that's that's a hammer that has happened on the Nifty and the doji. Indecisiveness. Doji is a very small body candle, and it indicates that is indecisiveness in the. So that's what Bank Nifty is saying. So intraday, if you see, it was a dip and then flattish. It was a range bound of 100 to 200 in both indices. If you see, very range bound flat. There was a dip in the morning, it recovered only half of that and then went range bound. That's exactly what happened. So flat day, you can say in a nutshell. So rest, it's still bullish, right, when it comes to the price patterns, because it's still moving above all the moving averages of 200, 150, everything, right, on a short-term basis. Now, we would need to look at the support resistances, and what does that say? It's nothing has changed, because the 79.21 resistance is gap resistance that's there for the Nifty, and above that you have 18,100 only, which is quite far from, which is gap resistance, may not be applicable for this week because barrier is going to have tomorrow. So 79.21, would it be a breakout to that zone from here? Right now, no, that's also quite far. We are very close to the 600, so 12 point plus may not happen, and then but it may face resistance at near to the 17,800 as well. There is some previous resistances reside there as well, but the major resistance is at 17,921. Similar to the Bank Nifty, if you see, 38,767, right? So this is the Nifty that we are talking about, right? We're talking about the market is likely to face some resistance at the 17,800 zone, because there is some kind of previous candle resistances that may be there, but the real resistance that 79.21 and then about, right? That is what the real Bank Nifty. If you talk about, you have a previous swing high resistance and then multiple previous swing highs above that. So what does it play? It's at 38,767 is the first one, and then 39,425 that may not be applicable for the tomorrow. Right? So the two resistances, both the previous swing lows, and the supports below. If you see for the Nifty, it is 16,948. Which is the confluence of the 200 DMA and the Fibonacci 23, and multiple things. You will see that, right? So this is what we are talking about. Nifty, if at all it's moving down, it can take a support here near to the 17,000, 16,950 kind of levels, because it's a confluence of multiple elements, right? Components, or what we call. So 200 DMA, moving average, and there's a 23 retracement from the swing, and also it's a gap. Also there's a gap support also. So maximum retracement, and that can likely to happen is to this 2-3% of down move, and the upside it could go up to the 800, and then max it could go to 17,900 range, where stiff resistance of the gap may be felt in the Nifty. So what about Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty, the support should be seen as 36,808, which is again a confluence of multiple things, 23 retracement and moving average, close by zones, and gap is also there, that 37,000 EMA. So it's very crucial that Bank Nifty maintains that, but it's 1,000 points further away, so it may not be likely to happen in one day, but you never know. So resistances, we already seen that, right? It's clearly marked PSH's previous swing high resistance, right? So that's clearly there. Volatility bands is rising on the rising on the bands is bullish, momentum is bullish, clearly trend is bullish, but in the Bank Nifty, the trend indicator ADX that we are using is showing a bend. This bend indicates there is potential for a reversal that could happen on the Bank Nifty. Nifty, there is no issues. It's rising above 42 strength, and trend is clearly bullish. And then moving on, VIX, that is something that you have to be cautious. It is spiked up another 1.5%, and it's very close to trending. That's because of the uncertainty that is there in the market because of expiry and global uncertainties that is still there, and the inflation data and all that could be why they've been from 19.5. So it's very close to 20 is something that you have to be cautious about. Otherwise, everything is fine. The channel top and the VIX is where the trouble is seen. Futures is a short build up that happened today, and then on the Nifty, and the Bank Nifty has made a long. So Bank Nifty was kind of performing better today. Opportunity levels, correlate this with the support resistance level that we can see. The range is very wide, 1,000 point range just one day before the expiry is what you see for the expiry tomorrow. And 38,000 and 39,000, it's hardly 100,000 points for the Bank Nifty. So there is less speculation there, but more speculation is in the Nifty. So it could be highly volatile, 17,000, 18,000. Big moves can be expected tomorrow because that's a range. The option riders are seeing, call riders are seeing 18,000 up move. Nearby that. That's where the highest writing is there for an expiry, where the all the options would net to zero. Look at the bullishness that is there. The put call ratio clearly bullish above 1.08, 1.09. It's fine. Sector we'll watch today. There was like metal performed, IT performed, reality underperformed. IT and reality underperformed. Only metal performed actually, right? 1% kind of moves. Others are all kind of flattish moves. In the short term, if you look, all the sectors except reality sector, everything is bullish. Momentum from the momentum perspective. Auto and FMCG, the highest bullish. Most bullish is auto and FMCG. Heavyweights, if you see towards ICICI Bank's day, and uh, oh, this is not right. ICICI Bank is most bullish, right? HDFC Bank and Reliance did well, right? So that's the there is some confusion there, right? Yeah. So Reliance and ICICI Bank performed, IT underperformed. That's the actual things, right? Yeah. So there's a mistake that has happened here. Yeah. So Reliance and ICICI Bank were the movers today, and IT stocks more than 20% and we did not do well. Others are all closing flat. That's about the heavyweights. So some buying has happened today also. So it's 9 days of continuous buying. Net buying is the cash market is what you see from the foreign institutions, which is very positive, right? 1,000 crores, 1,061 crores of buying has happened, and by the years are selling small, which is okay. So crude oil also has come down. It's positive, that's bearish. It's less than 90 still. Dollar index also fallen on 5 points. It's which is also positive. SGX as of now it's green. US index as of now is green, but you'll have to see the response tomorrow morning pre-market as well. So US inflation data output has come. Now we'll have to see how our markets will respond to the US markets are responding green as well as last news. So 8.5% is a drop in the US inflation data that has happened, which is positive thing, right? That's a biggest drop from after several months is what you can understand, right? So two stock picks, Tata Chemicals, which has done a big breakout today, and Call India, two other long positions. So that's what the stock picks are. So in a nutshell, the verdict of the market view would be that the market is closed better than the previous close today also, when everyone was expecting that there could be a downmove. Did not happen. It sustained to recover some part of it, and market is indecisive. Right? So 15 to 18 kind of 18 percentage of kind of moves have actually happened in the market. Still the market is not ready to even retrace a little bit. So there is another thing that is to worry is that VIX. We already discussed that VIX is not cooling off, it is rising. Now we have to be cautious with respect to the VIX and that channel top. If the breakout is happening tomorrow, that would be the real breakout, and because it may be getting out of that channel top, and VIX is likely likely to go off. So That is the thing that you have to wait and watch. But otherwise, overall, the momentum indicators and the trend indicators, the open interest data, and all is clearly showing bullishness. Although a short build up in the futures, what happened today? Otherwise, OI, PCR, all are bullish, right? So that is if I demand the market respond to that, there will be an expiry tomorrow, weekly expiry in our market. So things could be very volatile. So you have to be cautious. But as of now, it could be a positive move on the upside is what we can expect. But the charts are and the price patterns is indicative of some kind of correction that could come also. So you have to be cautious. Overall, my market view is bullishness, but you have to be cautious. That has been what it was for the last 3-4 days now. So it's same holds good for tomorrow, August 11th, Thursday, 2022 pre-market analysis. I hope this helps you in some way in framing your view for the next day. If it helps you, consider hitting the like button and subscribe if you're not done, and share it to maximum. We have very few subscriptions. Appreciate your help in this regard. Thanks a lot. Happy trading, happy investing, happy learning. Bye.